Hi everybody, this is Jim Prusak. I'm a physical therapist at the Pain PT, and my role and my passion is in treating chronic pain. And my hope here with these YouTube videos is to educate you all about the differences between chronic pain and acute pain and how we can go about successfully treating chronic pain. I have a number of videos on this YouTube channel. Please feel free to view them. Hopefully, if you enjoy them, give me a thumbs up. You can reach me at thepainpt.com or jim@thepainpt.com on email. So we're going to talk today on the basics. How is chronic pain different from acute pain? Because it is different. Let's start with pain. What is pain? If you see all these words listed here on the screen, we describe pain in very different language, very different words. We can call it quivering, pulsing, burning, jumping, maybe dull, drilling, stabbing, radiating, pinching, suffocating, heavy, freezing, cramping, soreness, frightening. There's a number of words we use to describe what we are feeling in our body. But what is pain really? Well, the definition of pain, as put out there by the International Association for the Study of Pain, which is a group of scientists, clinicians, and researchers who are working together for pain relief, their definition of pain is it's an unpleasant sensory and emotional experience with actual or potential tissue damage. Pain is always subjective. Each individual learns the application of the word through experiences related to injury in early life. It is unquestionably a sensation in a part or parts of the body, but is always unpleasant and therefore an emotional experience. So, many of you may not realize that pain is not just sensory, meaning we feel it as a sensation, but it's also emotional. And I'm going to go on and show you how chronic pain is actually much more emotional in nature than just sensory. And we have the science now to show that, as you may have already seen in some of my other videos about the brain and chronic pain. So what is acute pain? Acute pain is any pain lasting less than 3 to 6 months in nature, generally speaking. 80% of all acute pain resolves in 6 months or less. Acute pain that occurs from a physical injury or other cause has a normal course of healing, right? The tissues go through a healing process and they move through 3 main stages of healing, from inflammation to repair and finally to remodeling new tissue. Acute pain really does serve a biological purpose. There's a reason we have acute pain. It's to protect us from further injury or further damage so that our tissues can heal. For example, if I put my hand on a hot stove and burn my finger, immediately I pull my finger off the stove to protect myself. If I sprain my ankle when I'm running, the pain is there to serve a purpose so I don't continue running on my ankle and injuring it further. So there's a reason for acute pain, and it's biological and built into all of us. So what is chronic pain then? Chronic pain is any pain that still persists after normal tissue healing time or lasting for longer than 3 to 6 months. On average, studies show that 20% of acute pain cases become chronic. And so we'll look further into why that is in some of my other videos. But chronic pain in the science has been shown to be linked to changes in the brain and nervous system. This is different from acute pain, where we look at damage or we look at injuries of the physical tissues. When we're dealing with chronic pain, we're looking at changes in the brain and nervous system instead. Chronic pain, unlike acute pain, doesn't serve a biological purpose because the tissues have already healed. Okay? All tissues heal in the body, so there's no longer any danger to further injury. But it's our brain and nervous system that perceives danger and perceives threats and keeps that pain active as a sort of false alarm or protective mechanism. But it doesn't serve a purpose anymore. Chronic pain, like I mentioned before, is more emotional than acute pain, and we have the science to show that. It disrupts our lives on so many levels: our family, our work, our home, our sports, hobbies, affects us financially, socially. It has such a deep impact on our lives that it's much more than just a sensory expression of an injury. So chronic pain is really an epidemic. Studies have shown that between 10 to 55% of all people throughout the world have chronic pain. And the costs are enormous. In the US alone, we're spending up to $635 billion a year trying to treat chronic pain. We actually spend more money treating chronic pain than diabetes, cancer, and heart disease combined. That's a crazy statistic there, but it's believable because we're not having a lot of success in eradicating chronic pain. So to sum this thing up, chronic pain is definitely not acute pain. They're two separate processes. Chronic pain is not caused by injured tissues like you see with acute pain. It's produced by the brain and nervous system. And this is the biggest difference that is missed by so many medical professionals. It leads to us treating chronic pain the same way we treat acute pain, which is we provide physical treatments which usually don't work very well or only offer short-term relief. What we need to be doing is targeting the brain and the nervous system to be successful in treating chronic pain. This means looking at what our brain and nervous system do. They're looking at our emotions, our thoughts, our beliefs, and all our behaviors around pain. It means we're working on relaxing our bodies, relaxing our minds. It means we're working on changing the brain patterns through neuroplasticity, which then changes our bodies. Chronic pain can be overcome. It can be cured. People can recover from chronic pain. We just need to treat the right source for the pain, which is in the brain and nervous system. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed this. Please have a look at some of my other videos. I hope they're educational for you. If you have any questions, again, you can reach out to me at the information below. Thank you very much.